everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because today, whenever you're watching this video, we're going to be talking about another Joshua. We're talking about the free agent signings that we got, doing a little bit more of a deep dive on the conversation of each player. It was a very interesting free agency, and I do think that one of the reasons why a lot of Canucks fans were disappointed is because it's names that we're not super familiar with. I mean, we've heard of them. It depends on like how much you watch the rest of the league, everyone, right? And that is a big deal. It's a thing that you got to consider, think about, all those things. But why don't we dive in? Because a lot of people are like, we got worse. Well, maybe we became better as a team. I don't know. Maybe we filled holes that we needed. What a lot of people are saying is they were really happy that we did not overpay players. Think about what this team would look like if we signed Zadorov and Gensel. We would have literally had no money for anyone else. You know what I mean? But they were both, well, the Zadorov one was too rich for the Canucks blood. We couldn't get Gensel. And we said only $7 million for Lindholm, right? He ends up getting more from Boston. And it's the end of the story. I mean, Stevenson gets ridiculous, the worst contract. That is the biggest overpay ever seen. Toffoli gets $6 million. And it's like, no, thanks. That's just way too much money for these older guys, these less productive people. So a lot of people are giving credit to Vancouver Canucks for not overpaying, not being dumb. And then what they did was they diversified all that money that they had, and they still have money left in the bank, everyone. Like, especially with the LTIR whole situation. So let's dive into it. Now, just a reminder, everyone, if you haven't known, if this is the first time to your channel, I love making Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'd love for you to do it. The amount of content I've produced in the last year and a half has been insane. It's like a part-time job for me, part-time hours for sure. But also follow me on Kempner Canucks on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Love to have you connect. I connect on those ones in different ways. So especially on Instagram and Facebook and on X as well. YouTube is pretty standard. You can't connect more than you already are on YouTube. It's pretty awesome to see the following that has happened. So please hit that like and subscribe, everyone, and follow the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So one of the things at the end of the season that I was quite surprised about was a comment that Patrick Allvin made regarding what this team's going to look like, and basically made a little side comment that they're looking for the next Joshua. And so then, like, speculation started happening. Basically came down to the fact where they thought that Joshua was not going to be able to be re-signed in Vancouver. And so when the Canucks did re-sign Joshua, I was shocked. And when that happened, and I don't know if it was Joshua first and then it was Myers. How did that? I think it was Bluger, Joshua right away. Once that domino started happening, I'm like, uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about that they're not bringing Zadorov back. Once they signed Myers, I was like, oh, this is not good, because my boy's Zadorov. And I think that's what happened. The talks between Zadorov and the Canucks had kind of stalled, and they just like went and said, here's plan B, and we're going to get Joshua back. We're going to get Myers back. We're going to make sure we'll fill this roster out properly. And that's exactly what they did. But so I was convinced that Joshua was gone. In fact, almost everyone was convinced that Joshua was gone. And this is the crazy thing about it, everyone, is that they signed him and they signed him. I think he made $825,000. He got a massive pay raise on a career year, right? Here's the thing about Joshua. He's a fan favorite. How do you not like the guy? He's big. He's skilled. He produced. He hits everything. Like literally hits everything. I believe that he was 10th in the league in hits and he missed a bunch of games. Like, and normally those guys who get the highest are defensemen that get the biggest amount of hits, not the forward. So if you have a forward that punishes people like Dakota Joshua and can score, this is a rare thing. So yeah, he got paid a lot of money. I was hoping for the $2.5 million range, but I knew he was probably worth about $4 million. He signs with the Canucks for $3.25 million for 3 seasons. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. A lot of fans were happy about that. And so, but I was convinced he was gone because the way they said the next Joshua, they're going to try to find the next. Basically, he's out of the town. He's gone, and now we got to replace him. And then all the speculation from all the media, all the YouTubers started going, well, who's the next one? And it's this guy, and it's this guy, and it could be Greenaway, and it could be, it could be Joshua, Dakota Joshua's brother, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff that was going on there. But we kept him. And then, and then we went and signed these guys. And if you start looking at some of these guys, they don't have a lot of points, but they have a lot of hits, or they have a lot of production on the bottom end of rosters. And you start asking yourself the question, did Alvin find another Dakota Joshua? Did he find another in the players that he found, that he signed? Did he find another one? I mean, it's a good question, right? And so if you think about it, so the 2 guys I want to highlight tonight, I'm going to show stats. I know a lot of people really enjoyed my video yesterday. By the way, just a heads up before I dive into the rest of this video. I've made a video on Jake DeBrusk. Was he a fix or was he a fail? We're about to find out. I also just made one on the big blue line, the bottom two pairings of our team, what that looks like. And I did a huge comparison on that video that I think you really want to go check out. Go check it out. It's very, very interesting. But today we're diving into another Joshua. And when we do that, I want to talk about these 2 players specifically, and then we'll get into the stats. Okay. So, and if you have comments, I know there's over 30 comments already, 57 people here in the stream. Great to have everyone. But if you look at Heinen, and I spelt his name wrong. I just realized. Heinen, that's how you say it. Heinen is someone that I didn't see on the Canucks radar. They gave him $2.5 million times 2 years. He's 6'2", 198 pounds, almost 200 pounds. I think that's only a few less than Joshua. Yeah, Joshua's 206, so he's right there, right? He's right there. And like size-wise, height-wise, very similar. By the way, I forgot to say to all the U.S. listeners, happy 4th of July to all my American friends, all American fans. Appreciate you. And happy 4th of July. Okay, so there's Heinen. And what about also Sherwood? Sherwood, $1.5 million times 2 years, 6 feet, 194 pounds. Guy hits everything. I mean, they start to remind you of them a little bit, right? Now, Joshua is taller. He's 6'3", 3 inches on him, only 1 inch on Heinen. And then, so the question is like, did they find another Joshua? And if they did, this is a excellent. And here's the other thing about Joshua that doesn't make any sense. He had a breakout year. That third line was amazing. I called it the lifeline with Joshua, Bluger, and Garland. They were great together. But even in the playoffs, when they went Joshua, Lindholm, and Garland, that was a great line too. I don't understand why we're not putting Joshua, Pedersen, and Garland on that line together. And then we have enough good players to make another third line that would be great. I don't understand what's going on there, but I think they're going to try it. They might try it. Joshua's been that good, though. So let's dive into this conversation. I know it took a long time to get to this graphic, but I think you guys and girls are going to like this. Okay, so if you look at Joshua, and I showed his last 2 years stats, and the reason why I wanted to show you his last 2 years, I wanted to show you the improvement under Tocchet. Okay, so Joshua 2 years ago he's a left winger, played 79 games. He had 11 goals and 12 assists and 23 points. Okay, as you can see, this year he jumped. Look at it, in less games, way less games. He had 18 goals, 14 assists, and 32 points. Wow, he flourished under Tocchet. And then the penalty minutes, no word of a lie. This is the weirdest thing ever. We're identical from one year to the other. Look at the shots on net. He had 71 in 79 games 2 years ago. Last year, he had 84, everyone. 84 shots. And then the blocks, look at the jump. Look at the jump, everyone. 110 blocks. I want to make sure I have that correct so that I'm not blowing smoke here. I'm gonna bring this up. Bring it up here. Actually, let's just bring up this whole one here so you can just see it, and then we'll get it back into this. We're gonna get back into it, okay? So if you just don't add that and remove that. Okay, let's look at it here. I don't know if you can see this well, but we'll just be here. So 79, 73. See, look at penalty minutes were identical, everyone. Absolutely identical. And then you go over to shots. 71 shots, 84 shots with less games. Then if you look, another almost 3 minutes a game he was getting of ice time. Obviously seeing the production. The injury really hindered him even more stats. I mean, he could have been a 25 goal scorer possibly this season. That's pretty good. But then look at the block shots. They're on pace, but look at the hits. They're so similar. So similar. Like over 220 2 years in a row. And then the giveaways are fine. There's nothing wrong with either one of those stats of the giveaways. I'm super impressed, everyone. I'm super impressed by his stats. Now, let's look at Sherwood and Heinen. And actually, just before we get into that, I want to talk to you about Heinen for a second. Alvin said that he is versatile, can play both wings and up and down the lineup. And he also took a discount to be in Vancouver because he's a local homeboy. I know he is from Langley, BC, right? Langley, BC. Let me just make sure that I got that right. Yeah. He is from, and of course it doesn't say. Why doesn't it say here? More bio. There it is. Langley, British Columbia. Langley, British. I mean, he's probably a Canucks fan, everyone. By now, he's got to be a Bruins fan because he's there so long. But here's the other things about Heinen that's in really important. He plays in front of the net on the power play. He's not afraid to stand there. He scored a beautiful shorthanded goal. Remember when Boston played us and the shorthanded goal against the Canucks. It was the backbreaker in that game. He blew by. There was a turnover. I think it was Coyle. Passed it up the middle to Heinen, and he blew by Hughes and Pettersson and did a deke and roofed it on Demko, everyone. And it was super impressive. When you watch his first hat trick of his career, which was last season, the goals that he scored were impressive. One was in front of the net, tipped it. Really difficult tip to make. The second one was a wrist shot that was beautiful. And then the third one was, I think the third one was another tip or something like that. I can't remember. I was impressed. Right? And then when we're talking about Sherwood, we all know about Sherwood because he made Quinn Hughes' life against the Nashville Predators a living hell. Honestly, it was awful. The amount that he hit, they were so tired of playing against him. So here they're like, we got to get this guy on our team. They did, and he actually has some offensive upside. So let's go back to that graphic, and then this is where we're going to land, and then I'll get into your comments. So you see all of Joshua stuff, and he's 6'3", 206 pounds, 28 years old, and his contract's $3.25 million over the next 4 seasons. Okay? So Heinen is he's actually a left winger, but he can also play right. He played 74 games. He had 17 goals, 19 assists, so a little bit better offensive ability than Joshua, but similar. But Joshua had more games, so I would say Joshua would be there points-wise at least. Way less penalty minutes. The shots on goal, guys, look at both Sherwood and Heinen. That is insane. That is promising because we need more. We need to generate more shots. I don't know if you noticed that about the playoffs. We needed more shots. And then you have 43 blocked shots. Man, Joshua, how did Joshua get 110 block shots? That is insane. Maybe that's wrong. Let me just make sure I've got that right. Okay, let's see. Blocked shots. Oh no, he only had 40, everyone. I apologize. It's not, that's from the other graphic. He only had 40. He had 40. Please scratch that 110. That's not what he had. He had 40. So they're all similar here. Look at the same, okay? And then 83 hits. That's it. I mean, this is where it's different for Heinen. He does everything else almost the same, except for he shoots the puck way more. Same time on the ice. Same giveaways. Almost the same size, 6'2", and he's making $1 million less. I think he can play up and down the lineup. I think he'll be on the second line or the third line. Depends what it is, right? So I don't know how you're feeling about that, but it gets me a little bit more excited. You know what I mean? I mean, think about this. And then look at Sherwood, again, left-right winger, 68 games, so very similar to Joshua's, 10 goals, 17 assists, so didn't score as much. I mean, Nashville has a hard time scoring, but maybe Sherwood's better than we think. And then look at the penalty minutes is less. The points is similar. The shots on goal, again, him and Heinen, amazing. And then the blocks are all within the numbers there. I mean, obviously, he's the lowest of the three. Again, not 110 for Joshua, 40. But look at the hits. Look at the hits, everyone. We're talking about guys who missed significant time, who was top 10 and top 15 in hits as forwards. And then he had the least amount of play time compared to all three of those guys. And then only 18 giveaways, 6 foot, 194 pounds, 29 years old, 1.5. Did we find the next Joshua? Because really, when you get the Rick Tocchet and the Adam Foote and the Gonchar influence, and there's the other coach as well. I forget his name. We gotta think about this. I think their numbers will be better under coaching, but Boston and Nashville, I'm going to give them credit. I think they both have really good coaching. So I think there's going to be improvement. I don't know by how much. Depends how much playing time they get. But I think there was a reason why the Canucks targeted both these guys. What do you think? Are they another Joshua, or are they really different? So I'm going to dive into some comments. Okay. So to my very first person who is here at 8:58, it is Callum. Did you see Patterson's between the legs top corner goal in Dev's camp today? Yep, I did. It was awesome. It was a beaut, right, Del? It was a beaut. The first player drafted this year was not a Swede, but he had a Swedish sounding name. Imagine if all Petterssons and Pattersons are on the power play. Poor guy, poor play-by-play guy. Good point. Patterson looks way more legit than the Twilight Harry Potter reboot Batman guy. Okay. Let's get into the topic tonight. Good to have everyone here, by the way. Let's go Canucks. Absolutely. Robert, you're trusting this management group. I like it. Yeah, I like the fact that we got Boston players that play a disciplined system. Yes, that's positive. And Callum, you're right. Sherwood looks like the pest that we needed. And think about it. Actually, let's go back here for just 1 second. I'm going too fast. We got Sherwood and Joshua now on the team. I mean, it's not just one pest. We got tough guys to play against, right? So. Did you hear Zadorov's church at the NHL analyst about his shirt and tie? Yes. I did that. I will miss Zadorov's personality, but he is going to be a 5'6" defenseman. We also don't want to hand out term like that with Wielander and DPD coming up in a year or two. Good point. I'm going to do a Zadorov video, maybe even tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow. Good to have you, Bradley, by the way. Robert, TSN just said that they believe the Canucks are the best Canadian team, though they did say Nashville is claimed to be the best Western team. Wow. Hasn't even played yet. And they could be. Those are two great additions with Stamkos and Marchessault. Dell, it depends. There were times this year that he was on the third pairing, but in the playoffs he was on the he got second pairing minutes. Yeah, a lot of us saying, we just trust in Rutherford and Alvin. Callum, yeah, Desharnais is he's going to be better. I think he's going to be better. You know what? Someone came into my DMs yesterday or today because of the big blue line video that I made last night. By the way, over 1,500 people watched that. It's great. Here's the thing. They said, "Oh, he's the biggest pylon in the league." I'm like, man, they found something in him. I really want to just walk into there. So I can't move on. Personalized. I know. Everyone wants to keep talking. I'm going to make a video on it so we can just vent. Okay. Yeah, you will never accomplish what you seek in life without discipline. That's true. Phil Kniezel. I love Phil. He's awesome. Callum, all of our pickups have heart, passion, and play the right way. Yes, I agree. Okay, so Joshua's great, but he really shines playing with Garland. Yep, it's true. The next project player. Yeah, I mean, you have to, right? R1, you got to think about it. He is we have to find projects to make sure if you're going to pay Pettersson 11.6, if you're going to pay Miller $8 million, you're going to pay, you know what I mean? You got to find some bargains, and I think they did. And you're right, Joshua and Garland together are spectacular. The next Joshua never necessarily applied the original Joshua wasn't coming back. I actually felt like it was. I felt like a lot of people, a lot of media felt the same way. And I think if we would have signed Zadorov, you wouldn't have seen Joshua back. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong about that. But it's easier to find the next Joshua, in my opinion, than it is to find the next Zadorov. But we'll find out. Pros are too scared about consequences from concussions. Really? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Dakota Joshua's brothers new. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it is. It is a player that is underrated, that has hidden potential to unlock, and has a career year. Has a career year. So no, it means finding guys who are willing to experience discomfort to win. Yeah, that's I would add that to it. Stuart, welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel, man. We lost roughly 220 hits on the roster and replaced them with about 500. I mean, right? that's insane. That's insane, guys. I agree. I think this team's going to be hard to play against. Sherwood got the Hall of Fame name for sure. Yep. Thanks everyone for watching this. Please, like Personalized says, if you want passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content, hit the like and subscribe. And we thank you for your support for sure. Draisaitl remembers last season's Canucks. He won't be conscious after experiencing next season's Canucks. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna be flying around hitting people, especially if they put out Juleson. He had more hits than Desharnais. So, okay, so Disturb wants to go into some lines. Höglander, Miller, Besser. I'm cool with that. DeBrusk, Pettersson, Heinen. Okay, cool with that. Joshua, Bluger, Garland. Fine with that. Sherwood, Suter, Podkolz. I like it. I like it, man. I like it a lot. Thanks, Rev, for giving the true believers a congregation. Grogu, go Canucks. Yeah, that's the Heinen. That's so cool. Danton is the local Langley boy. Langley or Fort Langley, yeah, something along those lines. That's so cool. Local homeboy, right? Carol, just good to see you again. I just wanted to let you know. Oh, unfortunately, I can't donate. My credit card was hacked. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That not that you can't donate, but that your credit card was hacked. Hope you're doing well. Usually when a credit card gets hacked, the credit card company will come in and what do you call it? Take care of those charges for you. So hopefully that works. Dell says, hey, Trev, what are the chances that Alvin acquires Marcus Peterson from Pittsburgh? He's 28 and 6'3". You know what? That's a good question. Let me just bring up that. There's only a couple more days left with did you say Pittsburgh? I think that's what you did say, right? Pittsburgh. I know they just love Pittsburgh, don't they? Let's go to okay, and we'll go to Pittsburgh, and I'll bring it up here. Let's bring it up. Okay, here we are. So he's got a no movement clause starting July 1st, 2023. Player submits an 8-team no trade list. So Vancouver's probably not on that list. He's a left-handed shot defenseman making $4 million, and he's a UFA after. Possible. Very possible. I want to just check out his stats a little more. So he's 6'3". He's only 177 pounds, though, everyone. I don't know. That kind of scares me away a little bit. And then 30-point guy. Yeah. I mean, it would be okay. I don't know if that's the guy you want to target. but maybe we will. I mean, Swedish guy, I know that you aren't the biggest fan of the Swedish players. I don't mind them at all, but I'm kind of surprised, Del, that you're saying. Is it? No, it's not you. It's Toymaker that's usually is the one that doesn't like the Swedes. So, all right. Oh, you canceled the card and I called the bank. Okay, good. Hopefully all that works. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to have you in the here, man. Awesome. Okay. Simon says, "Hey, Trev, do you ever go to BC Lions games? And do you like football?" I love football. Like, football is my jam. I'm a huge NFL guy. I'm not a CFL guy at all, but I do cheer for one team in the CFL, and that's the BC Lions. And I hope they do really well this year. I think they have the coolest jerseys in all of Canadian football. But my favorite team in the NFL is the Green Bay Packers, and I love watching them play. And I'm going to Seahawks game this year to watch my Packers when they come to town December 15th. All right, 10 goals for our fourth liner and had 232 hits. Yeah, Sherwood is good. He only played 12 minutes per game. Exactly what I mentioned there. Yeah. Generate more shots, Todd says, and drives to the net more. I like that. I like that also, like Sherwood's basically replacing Lafferty. That's awesome. That's a huge upgrade. I like Lafferty, but I didn't love him on the team. He wasn't a right fit in my opinion. 40, 110, pretty close. I know. Sorry. I do apologize for that. I got everything else right on those. You know what? Personalized, I don't mind it. It's local. I have no problem him asking that question at all. So don't worry about it. I'm thankful that he had asked it yesterday at the end of the stream, and I didn't get to it. So I'm actually glad he asked. So I appreciate him being here. Thanks, Simon, for being here, but I get it. Oh, yeah. We're still praying for you, Carol. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're getting better. Callum says, "See, already know that we have an elite core with only five all-stars. These complimentary ads will get better, and our best will be better as..." Yeah, that's true. Heinkinen. Is that how you say it? Heinkinen? I don't know. Would you like to see them experiment with running Joshua and Sherwood? Why not? Why not? In fact, we might have to due to injuries. It would be a punishing combination for sure. Boston plays a tough game similar to us. The learning curve under Tocchet should be seamless. Yes. Awesome. Encouragement to Carol. That's awesome, guys. Keep encouraging her. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. And hey, Trev, what other sports do you like going to in Vancouver except for hockey? Just in Vancouver. In Vancouver, I just like going to Canucks games mostly. Lions, I really like. I like the Lions. I haven't been to a Lions game in maybe 2 decades or more. So BC Lions game. I'm a huge NFL guy. So I don't go. I would love to go see an Abbotsford Canucks game. That's what I'd really like to see too. And I've never been to a Whitecaps game. I keep hearing it's amazing to go to. I don't like soccer very much, but everyone keeps saying you have to go and you'll start liking soccer. And so I should go. But I call it diving because I get tired of how they dive and then they come back on the game and all that stuff. Simon also says, "Do you like going to Vancouver?" I've never been to Vancouver Giants game. Because I live on Vancouver Island. I'm in Nanaimo, BC. So it's a big effort. Not a big. It's a decent effort for me to get there. So if I'm going to make the effort, I want to go to a Canucks game. And I've never been to a Vancouver Canadians game. And I keep hearing that watching a baseball game at the NAD is amazing. So what about you? What about you, Simon? You tell me which ones do you like the best? Rank them. Rank Canucks games, Lions games, Vancouver Canadians games, and the Giants. Rank them what you'd have. I would like a few more Garlands to match our new Joshua. So that's a good point. Van Isle, yeah. Yeah, he's a great addition, but Sherwood's our next Joshua. Possible. What do you think of Vancouver at Edmonton as equals as far as team goes? Do you still think we're better than Edmonton? No. Well, okay. Here's the thing, Carol. That's a good question. I predicted the Vancouver Canucks was going to win that second series because, first of all, not only did we sweep them in the regular season, but I thought we were the better team. I think the real difference between Edmonton and Vancouver and why Edmonton won the series is because we had injuries and they did not. I know everyone plays through stuff in the playoffs, and I get it. Okay, so I'm cool with that. But I had predicted that Vancouver was going to win in 7 because Demko was going to be in net in game 6 and 7. He was going to come back, and that's why. I think Demko is a difference maker. I think we would have won game 7 if Demko had played for us. Not that Sheila's played bad. So I felt that the Vancouver Canucks had a better team. We had more injuries, sustained more injuries, but give credit to Edmonton. They earned it. They did it. And so I think they're just right there. They're neck and neck. They're very good. They're very good. Hi, T. Says that games against Flames are going to be interesting considering former Leaf and Avs plays for the Flames. Yeah, I guess so. I just think that the Flames are literally in a total rebuild, and I think we're going to smoke them. So TSN, no. TSN Pacific, maybe, because TSN, like Sportsnet, always give kudos to Toronto being Canada's best team. Fake news, right? Personalized. Sportsnet Pacific will also say Canucks are the Canada's best team. Yeah, not the West one. They're going to say the Oilers, right? Desharnais, attitude. Yeah, I like his attitude too. He seems like he's worked hard for a long time for a shot in the NHL. He has potential. Yep. If there's no salary cap like baseball or basketball, Quinn Hughes, everyone, oh man. Concussions are very scary. Hey, how's it going? We chipping, boys. Let's go. Yeah, it's good to have you here. Good to have you here. Welcome. Remember Lindros being traded for 6 players plus $15 million cash? I remember those days. Think Gretzky got traded for $10 million cash. Too bad they can't do that anymore, right? Hey, Trev, comparing Joshua Rise to the potential of Heinen and Sherwood is a big stretch. These new players could regress to remember Louis Eric. And okay, here's the difference, Del. You're right. It's possible. I'm only looking at the positive. But Louis Eriksson came and he had 30 goals, and then he scored 11. That's a regression. So where are they going to regress? In points? No, they're not. Maybe a few less. I mean, does Sherwood just get 100 less hits? I don't know. It's not that they're not coming in with as $6 million players. They're coming in at 2.5, $1.5 million players. They're actually priced right for their production, right? For the most part. So I don't know. I'm still going to be possible. Yeah, I like Leon Draisaitl. He killed the Canucks in the playoffs. He was amazing. Hey, Van Isle, thank you so much for becoming a Kempner Canucks YouTube member. That means that you are a RevTrev member. So you can go in the chat right now, and there's emojis you can use, all kinds of things. So make sure you try them out. I actually have to get rid of the Zadorov one that I have and put a different one in there now. The next Joshua, take your pick. Heinen or Sherwood, or maybe both. Well, could you imagine if both of them? Bank covered it. Charge off of scams. Oh, perfect. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, welcome, guys. Welcome. And congrats for being a RevTrev member. I appreciate that. Another who? Oh, no. I know. I was worried about putting this one in there, Monty, because I know you're the biggest Joshua fan that I know. Okay? But if you look at the stats, and I don't know if you were here at the beginning, man, you got to watch it. You got to rewatch the beginning if you weren't here. If you just jumped in now, you got to go check it out, man. Go check it out. You're going to be shocked at the comparisons. They might be. It's right, my right armpit. Okay. Grogu's here, okay? Callum, does this make you better? Dell, he's here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Grogu! See, that's what happens. When you want him to come out to play, he's okay, everyone. No injuries. Better than watching, yeah, right? Robert, if the Canucks makes another trade for defense, it should be a puck mover. Yep, you're right. Yep, lots of conversations. Packers are very far from getting to a Super Bowl anytime. Are you kidding me? Dude, we were 3 points away from beating the 49ers. Come on, man. Come on. You know they went to the Super Bowl, right? You know that they played the Detroit Lions next game, and we already beat Detroit in Detroit. We would have done it again. We wouldn't go to the Super Bowl, bro. But, of course, the 49ers had been a little bit better. Heinen, right? Isn't that how it's spelled? I said Heinen, and then Dell's trying to tell me it's different. So I think that's what it said. More Joshua's is good in my books. Absolutely. Yeah, it's Heinen, guys. It's Heinen. Close but no. Anyways, whatever. I'm sure we will see lots of cool new combos, line combos. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Bring back the Grizzlies. I agree. I also say, with a lot of comments, bring back the Seattle Supersonics too. Both. Bring them both back. So here's a title for you. Dakota Joshua and the Battle of Chicago. Wow. Trev at a CFL game equals a lost bet. You know what? I would our mutual friend Finstad, he called me and asked me, he had tickets to go to the opener with 50 Cent. And he invited me to go, and I would have totally gone with him. But I was going to Seattle that weekend for my son's basketball tournament, so I couldn't go. Yeah, Heineken is a global beer brand. Heinen is the hockey player. Okay, I haven't went to a Lions game since 2004. I mean, that's like me, man. They used to give away free tickets at after school year. That's cool. I've never been to GM Place since. Oh, wow, dude, you have to go. It's so good. Hey, Coach Rob Willie, good to see you. Nashville is an old team that got older. I don't know. Might do well in a regular season, but not in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know, Dell. We're talking Stamkos and Marcia show. They needed some more offense. They sure got it. They totally have a big enough market, man. They totally did. It was just, I'm telling, it had nothing to do with attendance, bro. It had nothing to do with attendance at all. It was management. It was a bad team. That if it's going to be a 10, it's because it was a bad team for too long. Artie with his ice pack on his head. Classic. Everyone is off topic as it's 4th of July, and we Canucks fans are all going squirrely until we win the cup. Let's go, Callum. We're winning the cup, baby. Poor Toronto has to overpay Stars by $5 million. We got Miller for $8 million. Florida got Reinhart for $8.6 million. I heard Marner wants $13 million. Marner's out to lunch. I would trade him in a heartbeat if that's what he wants. Marner made it clear that there are 4 teams he would go to on a trade. He has no intent to sign with the Maple Leafs at 7.5. Dude, he's making 10.9. He's not going to get less than 10. Louis Eriksson's first goal was into his own net. It didn't get any. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that. Sherwood. Adam Lee. Sherwood is so good, man. Hey, Trev, I like the Giants first. Then I like the Vancouver Canadians. Then the Whitecaps. And then like the BC Lions. Cool. Thanks. I that's cool. Yeah, the Giants games is great hockey. It's absolutely great hockey. Ask question QH about Quinn Hughes about Sherwood. Yeah, we talked about that already. He's so glad to have him on the team. All hail Grogu. He walks chanting with drums. You're hilarious. No, you said Heinen. It's Heinen, right? It's Heinen. I'm trying my best. Kiefer Sherwood. Talk to, yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks so much for gifting another membership. What a blessing you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You the man, Adam Lee. Everyone give him some hype. I just want you to know who your favorite hockey in Canada broadcaster is, and if there's a specific, and why. Okay, so favorite hockey broadcaster of all time, Don Cherry. And I don't know if he's the broadcaster, but love him. Of course, I love Shorthouse. There's another one. Why am I scratching my head? Yeah, Brendan Batchelor, love him as well. Our current guy. I love all those guys a lot, but I'm a bit of a homer when it comes to all these. Yeah, man, Sherwood is a beast out there for sure. Sportsnet did a great job on the Van Grizz. We were set up for failure. Oh man. Okay, so crazy story. The person who got drafted right before Big Country, guy named Kevin Garnett. That's the difference, guys, right there. That's the difference. If we would have gotten Kevin Garnett, we'd still be in the league. So, yeah, bad management. Big Country, yeah. Great against bad centers, not great against good centers. Many CFL games are just as entertaining as NFL games. I don't know about that one, bro. Come on. I mean, we're talking millions and billions of people watch their stuff. It's like, if it was true, I don't know. Everyone, please type in a KC if you want to see Grogu replace MJ. Okay, so we got one vote here. And Disturbed got the gifted membership. That's awesome. Dell, there's a second vote. So we got 2 votes, everyone. Does Sherwood have a Sherwood sponsorship? No, I don't think so, but we'll see. Bring back Coach's Corner and Don Cherry, right? He should have never left. Aw, look at that. All the love going on. I think there's a world where Lackermecki is going to play on this team next year. I don't know how it's going to work, but I just have this feeling. Sherwood does not sponsor any specific player, though many players with a Sherwood stick. Best player in the world does. Sherwood, like Bauer, cannot sponsor any specific player. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, you think he still should stay in the minors for a while? I think he'll be up. Oh, even Monty is there. So there's 3 votes, everyone. How many do we need? We have 92 people in here. How many do we need? Can any of our young prospects make the big club out of camp with all these vets plugged in? I think D. can, and I think Leckermacki can. Adam Lee, I'm glad that you like CFL games. NFL games definitely. Dude, there's something special about NFL games. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I've been to tons of hockey games and tons of football games. An NFL regular season game rivals an NHL playoff game in excitement and hype. It's amazing what the NFL does, the product. Okay, we got 4 votes. Best 5 Vancouver Grizzlies. Oh, the guy who was telling us you got to stay on topic now goes here. Sharif Al-Rahim, I disagree. But Mike Bibby, I think I'd have him number 1. Blue Edwards, Greg Anthony, and Steve Francis. Steve Francis is the most talented out of all those people, but he was a joke. They should have traded, signed him, drafted him, and traded him right away. I would say Mike Bibby is our best. I think Sharif would be second, and third would be Big Country. Yeah. Anyways. I think he will. I think he'll be on the team for a number of games this year, and we'll see what he does. I don't know if he makes the team. I think he's going to try. DPD it's a great nickname because it's literally Elias Pettersson. So, and you're going to get guys are going to get frustrated with that. So they do. And if you've been to a Seahawks game, it's epic. I've been to Seahawks Stadium. I've been to San Diego Stadium twice. I've been to New Orleans to watch a Saints-Packers game. I've been to Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I mean, it's incredible, everyone. It's absolutely incredible. Okay, we're gonna shut this down soon here. So don't know until preseason. Yeah, we don't know. Linus Carlson, he might make it. He's okay. He needs to improve, in my opinion. I think PD puts up 105 points. Jeevan, you might be right. Okay, everyone. I'm getting to the Damon Stoudemire went to Toronto next pick after Big Country. Yep, that would have helped a lot too. But he was pretty small. Yeah. Honest, realistic, and passionate. Answer. Okay. I'm surprised you guys didn't. I'm surprised you guys didn't get mad when he fell. Okay. Monty says, I am a CFL fan, but NFL blows any other sports experience out of the water. They start partying hours before kickoff. Bring on the tailgate parties. Yes. Definitely clickbait, but that's okay. What do you mean? Training camp is going to be so good this year. Is it? Where is it? Is it going to be in Kelowna or is it in Victoria this year? We need a new Nick game. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you did see that. Yeah. Okay. So, hang on to the ball, Petey. Hang on to the ball. Okay. All right, everyone. I'm going to call it a night. 54 minutes. Great to see you guys and girls. Carol, I think you're the only girl that got represented in the chat tonight. Shout out to Carol. Shout out to Adam Lee for gifting a membership. And shout out to Disturb for getting it. And shout out to our newest member today, Van Isle. Welcome. But shout out to you guys for showing up, for commenting. I really appreciate you. So tonight we talked about another Joshua and talked about Sherwood and Heinen. And I'm excited to see what they do under this team, under this regime. So hope you guys have a good day. I may be streaming tomorrow night. I know almost sure that I will stream Saturday night for sure. Maybe I'll do the Zadorov one on that night, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. I know it's getting to be a little bit overkill, but I love that guy. So I'm going to miss him a lot. All right, everyone. Have a great night. And of course, always, go Canucks, go.